Welcome back to Miss Amelia J Reactions. It is finally time for Fear the Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 1. I am so excited to finally be moving on to Season 2. Partly because I know that Season 2 is a longer season, so there's more to it. But also, somewhere soon, I get to start fully blind reactions. So that is very exciting for me. The Season 1 finale broke me. For only 6 episodes, I really think they did an amazing job. I think the first 2 episodes could have used a little improvement. The slow pace is fine, but just more information. We could have learned a little bit more. But anyways, certainly not terrible. And I am ready to get started with Season 2. I do just want to briefly complain about media because I've been trying to purchase every season I watch on YouTube because if you rely on streaming platforms, they take this down. Sometimes they give announcements, sometimes they don't. I'd rather just own it. I don't have time to be searching for where to find something when I'm trying to sit down and film. So when I started this, YouTube had all 8 seasons of Fear the Walking Dead available to purchase. By the time I got through Season 1, Season 2 is not available. You can do Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, or Season 6, but you can't do Seasons 2 or 7 or 8. What the actual hell? Anyways, I'm watching on a different platform, so let's go. Okay, we are briefly holding because top of all the other things that are annoying me right now, I have to download the app. I can't just watch it on the website. So let me go download the app real quick. Why can't y'all just let me purchase the season and watch the season? Like, I don't understand why we got to go through all of this. Do I even want to watch Fear the Walking Dead anymore? Like, God. So have they gone to the Abigail yet? They're going now?
They'll come back for us. What then? Not that far ahead.
I'm still broken over Liza. I'm sorry.
Boat's unloaded. Strand.
That's unfortunate.
Hey, we need to go back.
No, you need to go back because we are about to have a number of uninvited guests. The Abigail can survive on the sea for a long time. Others will cover that. They will cover that. Point the launch towards land like I showed you. Go!
I have a lot of questions, but I'm just gonna kind of hold my thoughts for a minute. There's a lot going on right now.
Chris! Chris, move to the water! Can't. Chris! Not leaving her! Hey, watch out! Come on!
That's one way to do it. I meant to turn the AC down when I got up and I completely forgot. This is a very good start to Season 2. We are off to a very strong start. This is edge of your seat stuff.
Well done. done, Nick.
Shouldn't you be on the bridge?
The boat will tell me if there's enough.
How far can it take us?
3,000 miles, or if we don't stress the engine.
That'll give us options.
Sure, we can make it all the way to El Salvador. We can survive on the Abigail for quite some time.
They really got lucky running into Strand. Because we really just happened upon this guy. Daniel ready to go. He ready to fight.
What are we gonna do? Mom? Go get Travis. Strand, stop the boat.
That's funny.
There are people out there we can help. They'll drown.
Then they should return
I
to land.
mean,
We're too far out.
Strand gonna have a
There's
problem with
nothing to
this.
go back to. Don't do this.
I filled my mercy quota. 7 people saved to date. Be thankful.
We got company.
Shit.
It's not about being
She's talking
ungrateful
We gotta
per
get
se that she's alive.
We're gonna help them, right?
Right now, help us.
If they're desperate enough, they're gonna try to
Listen
board
to the
anyways.
generals. We gotta get a track on where we can go that's safe.
We have to stay away from the coast. Stay away from other people. Stay away from the other boats.
What then?
South. We circle down to San Diego.
Travis, there's
Marines at Pinta Navia Coronado. Border Patrol. If they held the line
The
anywhere.
military are not gonna help us.
For the alternative.
Stop the goddamn boat. That's the alternative.
If I stop the boat, it'll be to drop folks off.
Can't stop, man. It's not safe.
I mean, that's fair. Like, it's his resources, his call. Now, if this was Madison's boat, and that's what she wanted to do, yeah, that's a little bit of a different ballgame.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. Summerwind, we're taking on water and require... They're boarding, and I don't know what they're gonna do. People on the cliff. People are jumping. Oh, sweet Mary.
It sucks, but the more people you take on, depending on the situation, it could make your own chances of survival harder.
Coast Guard Station LALB. We have no assistance to provide. I repeat, there is no rescue by sea, land, or by air. There's nothing. Forgive us.
Ahoy.
How many taxpayer dollars did we give you?
I think you should have stopped.
We had this conversation in the pens. Was I not clear?
This was different.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
So what if San Diego doesn't work?
I don't know. The whole world is I don't know right now.
We've been up all night. So keeps was everyone. No one slept. What are you doing? Travis told me to do this. We don't even know where we're going. We're heading south, San Diego.
She's just sitting in there staring at her body. I don't know what to do.
There's nothing to do.
Maddie. Maddie, look at me. I know you wanted to help those people.
How many do we leave behind?
You think that was easy for me? But look at us. Look at where we are. We're on this boat with no supplies, no concrete plan. We got an old man, hurt woman, scared kids, and a corpse. You think bringing those people on board the ship is saving them?
I think about Matt. I think about our neighbors.
I think about them too.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore.
What if they were infected? We don't know. And we don't get to anyone if we can't take care of our own family. That's who we have to hold on to, Maddie. You, Alicia, Nick, Chris. I have to protect my son.
Hello? Hello? Anybody out there? Anyone alive? You know the world's got me super nostalgic. Give me a shout if you dig this tune. Is someone there? Is someone there?
And a lake. Not like this. Big Bear, when I was a kid. So what do we catch out here?
Depends. Calico bass, yellowtail, rockfish, whitefish. Sorry about your mother.
Sorry about your wife.
Even if he doesn't talk about it, I feel like Daniel is just a better person for him to be around and talk to than Travis. Not that Travis is a bad parent, but...
Hey, do you want help with your bandage? That doesn't look so good.
Liza said it would take some time to heal.
I'm actually pretty good with that stuff.
I can manage.
Hey, if you put ointment directly on the pad, then cover it, it hurts less.
Yeah, he's got this shitty little boat, but he fishes out of Pedro, him and her cousin.
Is it safe there where you are now?
I think so. We found a cove. It's just, we don't have food and the fish aren't biting. Alicia?
It was over before I knew it started. It was all over.
I mean, if you need this, that's cool,
How's Chris?
but you're really
I
not
saw you guys talking.
gaining any
fishing.
insight or anything that's helpful.
You don't talk when you fish.
Oh, now Travis
One day,
gonna make an issue
Chris
out of
will
that.
understand. What you did for his mother was an act of mercy.
Okay, and this app that I had to download doesn't pause properly. Anyways, okay, so here's the thing. Okay, even if this was not a situation where dad shot mom, regardless of whether or not there were any logical reasons for that, sometimes you need someone to talk to that's not a parent. In some situations, your parent can be the best person to go to. It's just when you're struggling with something, when you're going through a painful experience, it just kind of depends who you want to go to talk to, but then also you're kind of stuck with who you're stuck with. I mean, he's on a boat. He has the people around him that he has. He has no reason to go talk to Strand. He seems to have no connection with him at all. Daniel, he's at least known since the start of this thing. So even if it wasn't about blaming Travis for what happened to Liza or anything like that, sometimes you need someone to talk to who's not family, or who you know and trust, who isn't necessarily in some way your your close circle. That's what Daniel is. So that's perfect. And they didn't even have a deep conversation, but still just even having a few words of, you know, I'm sorry for what you're going through, sometimes that can be enough to help someone through something.
What I would not give to trade my failure for your mercy.
I don't know. I'm gonna think on that.
Someone's playing music out there on the water.
That is unlikely.
Oh, I heard it.
Sound carries strange on the water.
You know, you can sleep. We won't throw you overboard. Where are you gonna go?
I don't know. We thought maybe like Hawaii. That's far. And it's Hawaii, right? It's like coconuts in paradise.
Paradise.
No one's gonna turn there. In paradise.
What comes next?
What do you mean?
You knew what was gonna happen in El Sereno, how that ended. What now? How does this end?
If this is the end of the world, it's already over.
You seen Strand sleep since we boarded?
That's not comparable anyways, because he was talking about like military
He doesn't
action
seem
and stuff.
to need any sleep.
You don't trust him. He saved my son. He saved us. His house was real. This boat is real. He hasn't lied.
He was packing his bags before the bombs fell. He had no intention of staying on land in his big house with the toll gates. Why?
Think San Diego's safer.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
That's really the problem. Anywhere you go that you think might be fortified or might not be overrun yet, like you don't know until you get there.
Just the three of us. Everyone's
But to me, that's part of what made The Walking Dead interesting, was I liked the constant migrating of trying to find safe places to be and the survival on the road. But then I also liked, in the later seasons, fortified communities and learning how they survived. So I kind of like having a mix of both in this show. Sorry, I talked over that whole conversation, but I don't find it interesting anyways, so...
You all knew Liza long enough to see what kind of person she was, how devoted she was to her family. She loved to help people. She would help anyone, and she did. She was selfless.
I'm gonna start crying again.
She just would give from her heart. And she could be fierce. Oh my God. She was so strong, and it was painful sometimes. And the best thing that we ever did together was our son, who she loved more than anything or anyone.
Can't handle this. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. I mean, he wasn't wrong for that. If you know, he wants it over quickly.
Staring now. No more strangers staring
They're
at
not strangers.
Strangers to me.
Not too much.
You don't get to see that. You don't get to see that like you knew her. Get off me, Dad. I could have said something different. I could have fixed it. How? I could have told
What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do?
I could have fixed it.
Chris, I'm sorry.
I don't care. You shot her.
I feel like
Travis. Jack? Jack?
Hold on.
Jack, what's wrong?
The hole got digged up when we were leaving the marina. We thought we patched it up, but we're taking on water.
Are you gonna sink?
The bilge pump is working, which is a miracle itself. Sure. How close are you to Catalina?
Travis. Travis, someone needs help. They're sinking.
Who?
Look, it's just him, his brother, and his sister-in-law. Just 3.
You talked to him.
Yes, I talked to him.
Did you tell him anything about us?
No, I didn't tell him anything important.
What didn't you say, Alicia? What didn't you tell him about us?
Alicia's just trying to help.
She's trying to help.
No
those who
one
don't
really
matter to us.
understands
She
the
made a mistake we
value
can't
of
afford.
managing resources yet.
Everyone here needs to contribute, or at the very least, not compromise.
How do I contribute? Why am I here?
You mean on this boat, or here existentially?
Either?
I mean, that's fair.
How many times should you have died?
I don't know. Every time I used.
Were you afraid? That's fearlessness. That's focus.
That's just being an addict. It's not something you put on your resume.
But what does that fearlessness look like in this world? That has value, Nicholas.
Don't call me that.
Your father named you that.
Yeah, that's what he called me.
Hurt your hand? It's okay to be angry. I remember the first time I hit my father. I was furious. I was 13.
I don't.
It didn't end well.
What do you want?
I want you to come up. And if your father hadn't done it, I would have. I will never let that happen to someone I love.
Y'all enjoy it while it lasts.
No, yeah, here, they got fish.
Chris.
Did he jump?
What the hell, man? What the hell are you doing?
Oh, he's...
One to swim.
Ah.
Okay, but what's up with that cloud that was moving towards them? Am I crazy? Do I have something in my eye? Kind of feels like I do.
We can't come get you, I'm sorry. Travis.
I hear someone.
I did not hear anything that sounded human, but I'm also crazy, so.
Oh my God, is he?
So Nick's trying to rescue someone he heard? What does he have?
We should be leaving now. Someone's joining us.
Travis!
It could be no one. It could be the ones who did that.
Travis has Nick. They're coming back.
Good. But this boat's gonna be on us. They're doing a good 25 knots. They're flying.
How fast can we go?
Fill out 20. But that'll work the engines too hard. We need a head start.
You think that's the boat that killed those people?
You wanna wait and ask them?
What's that? What's going on?
Whoever did that, they're coming back.
Okay, so that was a great start to season 2. Loved the way they opened it. That was just it was very intense. I was very drawn in. So couple things. I generally like to start like at the end of the episode because that's what's most fresh on my mind, and then kind of work my way back. So that whole last like 5 minutes or so. Chris jumping in the water. Is it like the worst thing you could do? No. Did he have any idea that he was creating a dangerous situation? No. So it's like I don't want to be too mad at the guy, especially like, you know, everything you've been through. If you get some enjoyment out of a swim, like generally speaking, I would want you to just go take that swim. But definitely caused a pretty chaotic situation and a dangerous situation. I like the fact that Nick jumped in once he kind of went away from Chris. I don't really know what his agenda was, what his plan was. It's Nick. You never really know, I guess. As far as Strand is concerned, it would suck to be on his boat and watch other people suffer and not be able to help them. But I get Strand's stance. I kind of wish he would explain it. People got to start understanding resource management. That's what it's all about. It's all about resource management. And I think my boat, my rules, like, that's one way to communicate with people, you know? But if you want them like on your side, if you want them like on board with the plan and the vision, then you got to explain things to them. Not to mention, as we see at many points in the Walking Dead series, other people are going to want to take your resources. It's not just about people who want your help. It's about people who want to take over everything you have. So I think if Alicia had more of an awareness that this could be potentially a very dangerous thing to do, instead of just going, oh, these people are in danger, they need help, let's go help them, you know, we might have had a different result here. So I kind of don't like the fact, I can get it with some of the others, like, you know, Ophelia and Daniel are kind of about Ophelia and Daniel, and the rest of the other family is kind of about them. But Strand, like you own the boat, yes, but there's also a leadership role involved. You took on all these people, so show some leadership ability. Because if y'all are still together when you're in a place where it's not your boat, you're still going to expect them to follow certain rules. But you're not going to explain what the rules are. You're not going to talk about resource management. You're not going to talk about, you know, what we actually have to do to survive. Because now, but while it's your boat, before we get off that and get to land again, now would be a great time for us to all get on the same page about how we're going to handle certain things going forward. Now, of course, there are circumstances you might face that were not previously discussed, and that's a whole other thing. But let's at least get the basics out of the way. Let's at least get on the same page in terms of what are we willing to do to survive? Can we leave people behind to survive? Can we turn our back on people who are suffering and need our help to survive? Those are things y'all got to figure out together. And I kind of wish Strand would have that approach. I seem to remember liking his character, and so far I'm really not impressed with the guy. He has some nice stuff. That's about it. I will say I do like Strand's relationship with Nick. I don't know that I relate to what he says to Nick sometimes. I feel like he's kind of almost praising the drug addiction aspect, so I don't know that I agree with that. But at the same time, the result is a positive thing. He's taking someone who feels, you know, useless and like he's someone who can't contribute and someone who doesn't really play any type of role, and he's giving him a role to play. So that part I think is really valuable, and that's a part of the storytelling that I'm really enjoying. We didn't get a whole lot with Ophelia or Daniel in this episode, so not a whole lot to say there. I did want to touch on Daniel's comment to Travis that he wished he had basically ended things mercifully for Griselda. I get the sentiment, but I would kind of push back just a little bit, because at the time, for his knowledge, she was going to a place that had medical care available for her. Like, he had every reason to believe. He might not have trusted the military. That's been absolutely clear from the beginning. I get that. But the doctors would have no reason or instinct at this point in time yet to harm her. They did a surgery. They did have to amputate her foot. So from everything we've seen, they did everything that they could for Griselda. If she'd gotten to this type of care earlier, she probably would have survived. It still would have been an uphill battle, and it would have been very difficult on the group because they would have had to care for this other wounded person, but she would have had a chance. So my thing with merciful ending in these types of shows is take out someone if they don't have a chance and they are on board with that. That is the circumstance in which you can do that. If they have a chance of survival, it is not your place to take that away from them. So was Griselda's ending sad? Yes, but it was not necessarily foreseeable. It's not like she was bitten. Now, if she was bitten, that'd be a little bit of a different ballgame, and I'd probably side with Daniel here and be like, okay, I see where he's coming from. But I don't really agree with his perspective on that. I'm not surprised to hear him say that. It sounds like something his character would say, but given the full context of the situation, I don't think it would have been right had he done that. Now, had she brought it up and she had asked for that, I'm not gonna go far enough to say that it's justified in that situation. But, that's between them. And then there's Alicia. So Alicia may have done something that very much put the entire group at risk. And of course, from her perspective, she found out about these people who were in serious trouble and she just wants to go help them. And I get that. And again, what she's not understanding is resource management. You can get everyone on this boat killed if you try to go help people who have bad intentions, or even if they have good intentions, drain enough of your resources. So I'm not mad at her. You know why? Because no one's talking to her about this stuff. And, youth doesn't excuse everything, but everything has happened so fast, and she's been expected to just adjust to so much. And every step of the way, adults around her have been excluding her from information that is super relevant to her survival. So if anything, I blame the people around Alicia for this fiasco. Now, I have no memory of how this storyline ends up. I could have swore Liza made it to season 2, so my memory of this is very, very funky. I remember Madison arguing with someone about a dam. I remember Travis beating up a couple of guys. Great scene. I remember Strand being involved in a negotiation in some way, and he seems to really knock it out of the park, and then it goes south. So I remember some details, but no continual storylines. I guess that's all I have to say about the first episode of season 2, though. Off to a good start. Now, I have been meaning to give each episode, after I give my commentary, a rating, and I have been forgetting to do that. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a solid 4 out of 5 stars. Did it absolutely blow me away? Was I on the edge of my seat the whole time? No, but it was pretty interesting. There were several interesting conversations, several interesting plot points. The start of the episode was absolutely astonishing. So in my opinion, season 2 is off to a very good start. I am so tempted to look up information about this show to figure out ahead of time where I left off, and I'm really fighting the temptation to do that. I'm really fighting that. Anyways, a good episode. I will see y'all in episode 2.